Hearing their baby's voice was something Juwan and Juwan Johnson longed for. The journey to get to that moment was far from what they expected. Juwan and Chanen met at Penn State. Juwan the football player, Chanen the gymnast. It didn't take long for the two to start dating and begin talking about their future together.
We were kind of talking about those things just from the get-go.
I was already talking about like kids' names.
He has been ready.
Like I've been ready. Like I am in my natural habitat right now.
After 2.5 years of dating, the two got married in 2020 and began trying to have children in 2022.
Kind of just went for it. The first time around, we were just excited, found out we were pregnant, called it a day, like we were really excited. Obviously, I think we reached like maybe 10 weeks around. Had our miscarriage, got pregnant really fast again after that, maybe like a month later, another miscarriage.
After hearing the devastating news for a second straight time, the Johnsons took a break.
I feel like that was the year that we were MIA. Like we were off the grid, like we were still posting as if we were living our regular lives, but literally we were like off the grid, like literally not hanging out with people really, kind of just to ourselves. First of all, we were sad, but then also just like trying to figure out ourselves. Like we were like, what is going on here? Like this is very sad, very lonely. You know, a lot of people don't talk about miscarriages. You know, I think us talking about it had a lot of people come to us and share their stories, which was a big deal for our healing journey.
Social media became an outlet for Chanen and Juwan. It's where they shared their story. In tragedy, they found community, even among family.
One of the first people that reached out to me was my brother. And so as close as I am with my brother, I didn't even know he had a miscarriage, him and his wife. And so they had a couple. And so that's something I didn't even know. And I think when you express things, especially on such a wide platform as, you know, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, people didn't reach out and want to help too. And so you hear more about their stories and like, oh, I had no idea you went through that as well. And so when you have support like that, that helps us and it encourages us because the same people that had miscarriages are the same people that had children.
That was
and
huge
many
for
children.
me.
And so just knowing that it wasn't over, it's not the end. It's something that we found great encouragement in.
Encouragement to try again.
Went to a doctor, figured out what my issues were, took different prenatals and like tried to get things regulated, and then ended up getting pregnant again. And I guess what it would be is like October-ish.
Yeah, that's when I was really surprised. I was like,
we
boy,
were very
what?
shocked because we went several months, because at that point I'm like, I'm a pregnant girl. Like every month I'm getting pregnant at this point.
At 6 weeks pregnant, Chanen went to the doctor for her first appointment, praying this would be the blessing they'd hoped for. But again, was met with more bad news.
They're like, but you should be having a heartbeat by now, and there's not one. And I'm like, great, this is wonderful, because here we go again. And like, the thing is we're gonna have to like wait a little bit and then just check it again. So go home and just sit around, and then maybe like there'll be a heartbeat next time. Yeah. And we had to wait literally 10 days. It was the longest 10 days of my life. But then we went back, and at 10 days, her little heart was beating. It just started beating a little late.
I'm Grandma Ida, and I personally think it's going to be a boy.
I'm your grandma, and I think you're a girl.
I'm Grandpa, I think you're a girl too.
That'd be the last scare for the Johnsons. Chanen went full term, and in July of 2023, Jador Blessing Johnson was born, a name suited for the blessing that the Johnsons were praying for.
Man, I was weeping because it was just like, after all that's happened, you know, and then overcoming all of that, because 2020 has been like a crazy year. And then obviously going to 2023, we're just like, man, this is going to be a great year. It's going to be a year full of blessing, influence, just obedience.
He saw the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I pulled her out.
He pulled her out.
Well, I pulled her out, yeah.
Oh, you didn't just cut the umbilical cord, you pulled her out too.
I did.
I literally was like, don't drop her.
I can't drop past her, so I can't drop her. You and Mommy got the same eyes. Y'all do. They got the same eyes.
Then it was time for the moment they'd always dreamed of, bringing their daughter to her first NFL game.
It was amazing. That was like the day we've been waiting for since the beginning of time. Like, especially like just with everything that we went through, we were just ready to bring her to a game, and just, It was amazing. And then last season, I was obviously pregnant during the season, so we were just anticipating like season with her not in my belly.
Right.
It was magical.
It was just very surreal because, you know, you had your jacket on, your 83 jacket, and
We
she
were
had
matching.
her 83 jacket. So, I don't know. I mean, not very emotional, but just like very grateful. Just like, dang, like they're actually here. Because I remember you putting up a video last year saying next time you're on the field, you know, you'll be having your daughter with you. So I was just like, yeah, just really eager. And yeah, when it happened, I was just happy.
Oh, girl.
After 2 miscarriages and the fear of never getting pregnant again, the Johnsons now get to raise their blessing and are even trying for baby number 2.
You're so strong, girl.